This video is going to be about the reason I chose my broker, how I chose my broker, and what questions and tips I suggest you do before choosing your broker. So let's get started. This ordeal, this finding a broker thing happened for about 2 years now, because if you didn't hear my last vlog, I started my licensing process about 2 years ago. So I was interviewing brokers back then there was a good gap, and then I started to interview brokers recently once I started taking class again. So with that being said, a lot of the questions I had were things of the splits, the commission splits that they buy in each brokerage is different. There's some that's 60-30, there's some that's 80-20, there's 100% commission splits. I mean, not splits obviously, but and they all vary, right? So that was my number one question, because I'm a go-getter. Like, I have, my ducks in a line. Like, right, so I needed to know who was going to give me the best return in signing up into their brokerage, right? So I was like, okay, I got all those fees lined up. I wanted to know the fees that each brokerage had. What was I paying for? Where's their mentorship? Were they on, one-on-one training? Was there advertising for me? Were they giving me leads? Were they giving me like marketing campaigns and marketing cards and all these things I wanted to know? So I asked all those questions, and I came to well, it was 3, but I brought it down to 2, and it had to do with the school that I was attending or EXP. So I had a young lady that introduced me. Well, prior to this young lady, there was a gentleman that I spoke to that actually helped us get into a rental property once we first came back down from Colorado and such. So he was in EXP. So I asked him a couple questions, and then there was a young lady at the job that I work. She was an EXP agent, so she sent me some things, but I felt like all of those resources were of EXP. So I felt like EXP had a lot to offer, but I know by experience, joining into anything, it's not about what the whole thing has to offer, although that's really good to have all those resources, but what does your immediate team have to offer, So I took it in, and I was looking around, and I know I came across this young lady who we just like clicked, like got a ton of information from her. Her team is like off the charts, and she has a ton of resources. She used to be a broker, so there's just a ton of things that she had to offer personally that I was like, okay, I can see myself dealing with that. So lo and behold, I just kept on doing research. The teacher that I had, she felt some type of way about EXP, and she said that she had a gentleman that she used to work for who was about to, transfer over to EXP and chose not to. So she was going to have him give me a call and give me some information. And I thought it was going to be all negative, and I thought it was just going to be a bunch of like, don't go to EXP and all that stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll hear what he has to say. And lo and behold, he was actually very humble and was like, you know what, it's not for everybody, but you seem like you have your stuff, like, your ducks lined up, and just take it all in. Give it a year. Obviously, your numbers are going to show. If it's working out for you, your numbers are going to show. If not, then move on. But, he just kept on giving me like some great information and stuff. So after that, I signed up, and I am now an EXP real estate agent for Florida. What really sold me though, right, on the EXP ordeal is that, yes, I'm licensed in Florida, but if you guys know that I kind of move around a lot. So the fact that they're virtual, they're cloud based and that I can get multiple licenses in different areas. Obviously, I can't be active in Florida and in, you know, Pennsylvania and Jersey and Connecticut and so forth. I can't do that, but I can have all these licenses as long as I keep them up to date and be able to perform them without having to switch brokers, without having to do all that change of stuff. So I thought that was kind of like my big selling point, on top of the whole virtual thing and all the resources that they provide and such. So that is why I chose EXP. And I mean, I still have been like trying to do the trainings and things of that nature, but I mean, the resources are great. If you have that self motivation, like if you're driven, if you're about your money, like do what makes you happy. Don't do something because you feel like somebody else is being successful at it. Their success is not going to be projected to you if you get into that, if that makes any sense. Like, you're not them, so what they do is not going to be what you do. Like, if you sign up tomorrow to EXP, doesn't mean you're going to get a listing the next day like I did. I worked my butt off, okay? So like, I make sure like my ducks are in a line. Like, I do advertisements, I do a ton of stuff, okay? Like, and that's just because I know how to market. Like, I come from a very entrepreneur mindset. Like, I have several businesses, a couple of which are already in real estate. So it's not a listing that I've gotten from them. Actually, it was a brand new person. So this person came from over there. But it was awesome because it just like was like, if you know you're motivated and you do what you got to do, you'll get what you put out. You know, you reap what you sow, basically. So anyways, that is a little entwined with stuff that has nothing to do with brokers, but I mean, I am so excited to be a part of EXP. I'm excited about what they have to offer. I mean, there were some great brick and mortar businesses out there. I just feel personally that I work, like I said, I work on different businesses and such from the comfort of my own home because I have children. If you don't know, I have like a family vlog and things like that. I'll leave all those links down below and such. But because I work so hard from home, because I have my boys, like I'm a single mother, so I have my boys all the time with me. I don't feel like it was necessary for me to pay extra fees for a brick and mortar broker that I wasn't really going to utilize. I wasn't going to utilize their office like that. I wasn't going to utilize whatever like little printer machine they had or things like that. Things that you're paying into, I didn't feel like I was going to utilize that because I do everything from home. Like, I have my printer set up, I have my office set up, I have all those things already set up. So it's not like it was something major for me to go do. Now, if you don't have anything and you don't have structure to yourself where you feel like you have to have somebody like in that office setting telling you, hey, you need to do this, or you should do this, or hey, come in, let's do, you know, let's do cold calls together or something like that, then maybe a brick and mortar broker is more for you. But at the same time, EXP does have, you know, groups and teams and such that can help you with those things. But again, it's depending on how you structure yourself and how you feel comfortable with you. I know, even with me just starting EXP, I am planning to build a team. I actually have a young lady that here in Florida who is about to take her state test and then is going to be a part of my team. I have another one that's coming on board. She's going to get licensed in Colorado and possibly Alabama, but she'll be a part of my team, and us locally will be doing, I'm gonna try to get even some of my upper line, see if they're local and see if we can get like little business meetings together and do like trainings and, you know, maybe once a month trainings and hands-on things like that. So it's not only because it's cloud-based that you're not going to meet people. So you just got to get with the right people to do so, okay? So anyways, that's my little spill. That's why I chose who I chose, and that's So anyways, yeah, so if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any, you know, comments of who you are with, why you're with them, you know, leave those things down below. If you are excited to be a real estate agent, comment down below. I would love to speak to you. I mean, if you want to join my team, you know, I will put a link down below so that we can chat. Let me know. Anywho, have a great day. Make sure you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notifications button so you can hear and see more videos.